And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, night number 2 of your JSI Racing Sprint Cars series. It is the money race, round number 1, week 1, I should say. Night 1 was last week, where Pick Setup Racing took to the virtual Eldora Speedway, and tonight we complete it with open sets. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for night number 2. Qualifying just about wrapped up. We have a total of 25 drivers who have taken time. 26 drivers have signed into the virtual pit area for tonight's race. And again, we're getting set to go racing here in a few moments' time. We take a look at your qualifying times up on the left-hand side of your screen. Now, for the people that are on TikTok, let me just try and fix something for you so you guys can have a look at what I am looking at, because we are trying to get that sorted for you. So bear with us, but you can see there is you know what, there we go, that'll do. Good enough is close enough. There we go. All right, Paul Bryan, the man that won last week. He took out last week's feature win with a 12.999. Kobe Noonan, who was second in last week's feature win, he's back there with a 13.032, and that's the gap. So let's look at the fastest lap times. Let's change it up. In fact, let's just do this. We're going to add the fastest lap just to the right of that. So there you go. Haydo Bish with a 13.062. Noah Bowman with a 13.064. And Corey Borden with a 13.080. We'll wrap up your qualifying here this evening as we get set for what is heat race number 1. And we'll take a look at your starting lineup on the pole position. Going quick time tonight and looking to go and make it an undefeated streak. Continue with the continuation of being undefeated. It's the 42 car of Paul Bryan. To the outside of the front row, driving the Indy Race Pass, number 24 car. That is Noah Bowman from position number 2. Position number 3, driving the 38 car for JSI Sim Sports. It is Bailey Hall. To the outside, driving the Q25. It's Nash Granger from position number 4. Your 5th starter in car number 93. That'll be Brendan Randall. To the outside in the 27 car, that'll be Dexter O'Keefe from position number 6. Position number 7 in the 44 car, that is Nick Mithen. To the outside from position number 8 in car number 8, that is Ben McKenna. And your 9th and final start of heat race number 1 in car number 74, that is Jason Burke. Heat race number 1 coming to you live from the virtual Eldora Speedway. It'll be 10 laps on the board for heat racing action. So that doesn't cut there. There we go. All right, again, a big thank you, of course, JSI Sim Sports, MFD Line Haul, Heavy Fix Truck and Trailer Repairs, SNJ Transport, Pro Plus, Wamira Dry Cleaner, Vizzy, Crawford Designs, and Next Level Fishing. Without their support, none of this is possible here as we get set for what is heat race number 1. Paul Bryan and Noah Bowman on the front row. We get set for heat race number 1 of 3. Your JSI Sprint Car Series Money Night number 2 of 2. Bryan and Bowman. They'll come off turn number 4. Bryan stands on the loud pedal. He's got the choice on when to go racing, and we're underway in heat race number 1. Working down the back straightaway, Bowman, Hall, then you go back to Granger. Granger finished 3rd in last week's feature event. Fix Setup Racing last week, but tonight I've been told open setup, but Hall will slide into position number 3, top 4 to the main event. In fact, everybody's going to go through to the main event, but if we do have a B main, it's all going to be for racing, for starting positions only. Hall and Granger sit back there in 3rd and 4th position as the top 2 will move into tonight's pole shuffle. Randall just caught the concrete wall in the back straightaway in the number 93 car. He's on the outside looking in as here comes Nick Mithen in the 44. He'll work down to the inside, down into turn number 1. We start lap number 4, 3 down, 7 to run. They'll make it 6 to run off turn number 4 with Paul Bryan opening up a near 7/10 of a second lead. In fact, it'll go a little bit higher than that right now. Last lap time by 13.262. Bailey Hall was the quickest car on the racetrack with a 13.261. Granger trying to run with the 38 car off turn number 4. 5 down and 5 to run. Bowman still got that spot in tonight's pole shuffle. Will start no worse than 6. Should he hold on to position number 2? I'll work it off turn number 4 one more time. Brian, nearly 8/10 of a second lead over Bowman, Hall and Granger. Granger closing in on the back of the 38 car. Oh, Bailey Hall once again down into 3 and 4 we run. We've got a mile and a half to go around the virtual Eldora Speedway. Meanwhile, Brendan Randall, Nick Mithen still continuing to go out of there for positions number 5 and 6 as Brendan Randall holds on to that spot. Here comes Granger looking down to the inside, looking to move up one more row, one more position I should say. I'll come off turn 2, down the back straight away for the penultimate time. Heat race number 1, Paul Bryan in the 42, looking to lead from start to finish. Half a mile to go. And it's 4 turns as he makes his way into turn number 1 and 2 for the final time in heat race number 1. Working down the back straight away into turn number 3. About to come off turn number 4. Checkered flag at the ready. Paul Bryan wins heat race number 1. Second will go to Noah Bowman, Bailey Hall, Nash Granger. That'll be your top 4. And those 4 drivers moving on to tonight's main event. Again, 5th on back will be recorded in a B main. Now again, that is for starting positions only in tonight's feature event. We'll wait for your official results to come up here on screen. We're just waiting on the final car to come across the start-finish line and wait for us to roll into heat race number 2 as we get set for heat race number 1 results on screen. Paul Bryan gets the win. Noah Bowman home in 2nd. Bailey Hall 3rd. Nash Granger 4th. Nick Mithen rounds out your top 5. Then we go back to Jason Burke in 6th. Dexter O'Keefe in 7th. Brendan Randall in 8th. And Ben McKenna will make up the 9 cars for heat race number 1. Heat 2 will line up like this on the pole position. Runner-up in last week's feature event, it's the 26 car of Kobe Noonan. To the outside of the front row, it's the 7 car of Corey Borden from position number 2. Clayton Wise will roll off the 21 car from position number 3 to the outside, and the 18 car from 4, that is Daniel Nickel. Your 5th starter in car number 1, that'll be Riley Fisher. To the outside of the 19 car, it is Archie Fisher. And we go back to Neville Ulf in the 21 car. He'll roll off from position number 7 to the outside. In car 26 from position number 8, that is Sean Stevens. And Aston Rodriguez, the only driver not to take a time in qualifying. He'll roll off the 23X car from position number 9 should he make the grid. Now, I believe at the moment we've only got the 6 cars, so missing 7th, 8th and 9th position. Get a big thank you to everyone joining us here on our social media pages, live across Facebook, YouTube, Twitch and Kick, and also TikTok. We're on live tonight, so again, we're a little different with the old TikTok stream. So 6 cars take to the racetrack. Neville Ulf, Sean Stevens and Aston Rodriguez. 3 cars that did not take to heat race number 2. So you can see Stevens actually just gridded up there. Just see the T26 in pit lane. So I dare say that he will come out from the pits. But he's certainly going to have a whole lot of work ahead of him should he want to move up. Because he's already going to be a disadvantage, because once they go green, he's got to wait a few seconds. Then he's able to come out. But by the time they get around, he's either going to be a lap down or he's going to be coming out right in front of the leads. But nonetheless, we're getting set for heat race number 2, the JSI Sprint Car Series Money Night. Night number 2 of 2 here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Kobe Noonan and Corey Borden. Green flag is out and we're underway. And it's Kobe Noonan once again to get the jump on Corey Borden as they work off for turn number 2. Keep an eye on Daniel Nickel on the outside in the 18 car from the outside of the second row. Meanwhile, Wise trying to move on the inside. In fact, that's on the outside of Riley Fisher in the 1 car. Archie Fisher back there in the 19 car. So Stevens, I'm looking at, still not on the racetrack. No, he's obviously been told, hey, you're not allowed to come out. You missed the start, unfortunately. So we'll keep the 6 cars rolling here in heat race number 2. As, oh boy, Wise got by Daniel Nickel. Here comes Nickel back to the outside as Wise slides up in front of him. And Wise in the 21 car. Then you got Archie and Riley Fisher still going at it side by side. The teammates there driving the BMS, the Motorsport cars. Noonan driving away from the field as they work off turn 4 down the front straightaway. Borden looking to close in. Less than 3/10 of a second. Right now is Corey Borden behind Kobe Noonan in the 26 car. Remember, Corey Borden finished runner-up in last week's feature event. The one of Riley Fisher found his way to position number 4, so that's going to put him in a direct transfer without having to run the B main. A better starting spot, that's all that's going to guarantee him. Here comes Archie Fisher trying to get around the outside of Daniel Nicol on the front straightaway. Gee, Daniel Nicol, he's been in the thick of things already in heat race number 2. He's been near the front, he's been near the back, and boy, I tell you what, struggles through. It looks like there's some damage on the 18 car of Daniel Nicol, so that may be halting the progress of him moving forward. We watch second and third on screen right now. Corey Borden in the 7 car. Here comes Clayton Wise again, running a different line. Tip of the green, 2 to run. Wise into the concrete wall, doesn't move. He's going to lose 1, 2 and 3 positions and go from 3rd to 6th. And Clayton Wise, gee, what a way to throw that one away as they work off turn 4. Coming in, a white flag is out half a mile around the Eldora Speedway. 1 lap left to run. You see the 7 car of Corey Borden slowly coming into screen right there, but they'll work off turn 3, off for turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Kobe Noonan going to the pole shuffle. In fact, Corey Borden won that one. Noonan has run out of fuel at the line. And boy, drama there in that one. Corey Borden, your winner over Kobe Noonan by 0.025 of a second. Riley Fisher in 3rd. Daniel Nicol in 4th. 5th will go to Archie Fisher, and Clayton Wise comes home in position number 6. Of course, Sean Stevens, Neville Olf and Aston Rodriguez. Those drivers did not start, so they're going to have a tough time in your B main. But your 3rd and final heat race coming up here will look like this. The 86 of Hato Bish will roll off from the pole position. To the outside of the front row, the 1F machine of Wade Fields lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3 will be the 1 car of David Baker. To the outside, and the 16 car, that is Tony Walsh from position number 4. Your 5th starter in car number 88, that's Luke Bowman. To the outside of the 13 car, that is Andrew Beecham. We go back to the 4th row, inside and outside, the 62 of Ryland Dixon. He'll roll off at a position number 7. To the outside, in position number 8, that's the 85 car of Gary Redcliffe. And your 9th and final starter is Darren Loughlin. So another 9 cars. So that makes it 27. So, with that being said, with the 27 cars, that is going to put us into a B main where unfortunately 1 car is going to miss out. And the reason why I say that is because 27 cars were gridded up for the 3 heats. 9 lots of 3s is 27. Now JSI, they take 26 to the feature event. Now, with the 1 being taken out, it makes it interesting between Neville Olf and Aston Rodriguez, which one of those drivers comes back into the race server, because whichever one of those don't come back in, they will miss out. Here we go, heat number 3, Bish and Fields, and Bish is underway. In the 86 car, Hato Bish leads them. They'll go 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2 for the runner-up position. Wade Fields to the outside of David Baker. Baker to the inside. And here comes Bowman. Walsh down to the outside of Bowman. Fields holds on to position number 2. Boy, I tell you what, the Eldora Speedway track holding up very nicely. At the moment, they work off for turn 2. Into 3 they go. Baker in position number 3. Top 2 to your pole shuffle. Top 4 straight to the main event as Walsh giving a little bit of a nudge there to the 1 car of Baker. Here goes Walsh around the outside of Baker. Into turns 1 and 2 they go. This is 3rd and 4th on screen. Nearly wheel touching there off turn number 2. The 88 car of Luke Bowman probably got the best seat in the house. 4 wheels in the fluff. Right upstairs goes Luke Bowman. And here he comes to the outside. Bowman trying to put himself into tonight's main event. He will do that at the midway point of the back straightaway. Now cuts it down mid-track in turns 3 and 4. Bish leads from Fields, Walsh and Bowman. Bowman nearly up into the concrete wall with the right rear. Boy, done well not to eat a piece of the concrete wall in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Gee, that car is nice and straight, and here comes Luke Bowman G. Bowman making some moves, taking some names here in heat race number 3. Final heat of the night. Walsh had to back out of it just a little bit as Bowman made a little bit of contact. No arm, no foul. Both cars kept it going. Bowman moves to position number 3 and Walsh will slot back to that 4th position on the raceway. 2.5 to go as they work down the back straightaway. Bish is gone. He is out by a second over Fields, and Fields is on screen in the 1F car. But here comes Luke Bowman trying to go from what was, I think, the 3rd row. And he's moved himself up to position number 2. Fields will come back on him down into turn number 3 and 4. They'll crisscross lanes, top to bottom, bottom to top. At the line, I think Luke Bowman had it. Bowman slides up across the nose of Fields. Fields works it back underneath him. What a drag race you've got down into turn number 3 and 4. Who's going to the dash? Haydo Bish is going. Bowman cuts it down to the low side. I think Bowman's got it. Oh, geez, that's going to be very tight at the line. But I think Bowman has just edged out Wade Fields for a spot in tonight's dash. A pole shuffle, I should say. Some fantastic racing in heat race number 3. And we're going to have 2 B mains coming up on the program. Haydo Bish confirmed your winner, Luke Bowman. Wade Fields, Tony Walsh, your top 4. David Baker to the B main he goes, along with Roland Dixon, Gary Redcliffe, Andrew Beecham, and our 36 car of Darren Lonan. So that is B main. That's heat race number 3. This is B main time coming up now. Now, just going to play something just here because I need to check how many are going through. So top 7 is what I'm being shown here. So let's take a look at B main number 1. And all 7 cars are going to make this one. And again, because we had that 1 extra card, that will go into what is B main number 2. So this is known as your C main. So Nick Mithen will roll off the 44 car from position number 1 to the outside of the front row. That'll be David Baker rolling off out of position number 2. Position number 3 will be Clayton Wise from 4 with the 27 car of Dexter O'Keefe. Gary Redcliffe in the 85 from position number 5. Noel Olf in the 21 car from 6. And Ben McKenna in car 8 from position number 7. Now this is purely for starting positions only because I can confirm that all 7 cars will go through to tonight's A main, and it's that second B main that is going to determine which driver misses out. So this is 15 laps around the virtual Eldora Speedway, your JSI Sprint Car Series, your Monday night, our second Monday night. Of course, we had the night 1 last Sunday night, and this is, of course, night number 2. Safety car will move to the infield. We'll come to the green flag off for turn number 4, and Nick Mithen is going to lead us down the front straight away. Clayton Wise. Oh, Baker into the back of Wise, as here goes Gary Redcliffe. Well, goes from that 3rd row, looking to move up into a runner-up position as he'll slot back to position number 3. Track is wide enough for where these guys can run 2 and 3 wide. We've already seen it a number of times through our opening 3 heat races. Mithen, 7/10 of a second lead over Clayton Wise in 2nd position. Redcliffe in 3rd. Neville Olf, first time we've seen him hit the racetrack prior to practice. Missed the heat race. And well, he's had to come in the C main, also known as B main number 1. But the good news is for Neville Olf was we know he's got a direct transfer, so now it's just about trying to get some seat time, get that car dialed in for a 40-lap feature event. There should be a 40-lap feature event later on tonight, probably in about 30 minutes time, because after this one we've got B main number 2, then our pole shuffle. Off to the inside on Redcliffe. Redcliffe with the momentum on the outside. Powers back around the outside of the 21 car. Oh, Clayton Wise into the wall, and gee, 1, 2, he got it once, he got it twice. He may have even got it a 3rd time. Boy, I tell you what, Clayton Wise really starting to struggle in that 21 car, especially with the concrete wall in turns 1 and 2. He done it in heat race number 3, where he went from 2nd all the way back to what was 5th? It was 5th or 6th in heat race number 3. Mithun still leads about halfway home now. We're 7.5 down with 7.5 to go. See on screen, Redcliffe in the 85 car for Man Up Sim Sports. And the JSI Racing number 21 car of Neville Olf. Still trying to make it work as they close in on the 44 car of Nick Mithun. So it's Man Up guys going 1 and 2 for the moment. But you know the 21 of Neville Olf, he wants to change that one. He wants to put himself in a better starting position in tonight's main event. And now going down to the inside, it's the daily double slide job from Neville Olf. He'll get to the race lead. 3 wide down into turn number 1. Oh, the team cars of Redcliffe and Mithun, they made contact. Redcliffe tried to go for the double slide job just like what Neville Olf did, but he just didn't have enough momentum to get to the inside. Made a bit of contact with Mithun. Thankfully, both cars were still going in a forward direction. Mithun again has moved his way back to position number 2. Clayton Wise in the 21 car trying to come after Redcliffe down the front straightaway. There's 3 to run at the line. Already working down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Tip of the green, 2 to run. Twin sticks in the air for Neville Olf in the 21 car. Watching another 21, it's Clayton Wise. Throw a slider on Redcliffe. Redcliffe turns it back underneath him down the back straightaway. Redcliffe slides up, but Wise again goes from the top to the bottom. Oh, Nick Mithun, I dare say he's out of fuel. He's a lap short on fuel. But it won't matter because everybody is going to the shells. They work into turn number 3, off for turn number 4. Neville Olf in the 21 car is victorious. Second will go to Clayton Wise. Third will be Gary Redcliffe. Dexter O'Keefe in 4th position. David Baker coming across the line. Ben McKenna and Nick Mithun, who led a good portion of tonight's first B main, will come home in position number 7. Let's take a look at those results coming up on screen as there they are. Neville Olf gets the win by 2.3 seconds, so a dominating performance by the 21 car. Clayton Wise Clayton Wise home in 2nd spot. Gary Redcliffe in 3rd. Dexter O'Keefe in 4th. David Baker to round out your top 5. Nick Mithun and Ben McKenna, your 7 cars in B main number 1. Now, this is B main number 2. We'll see how they line up as we take a look at your starting grid. And it's going to be Archie Fisher on pole position. Jason Burke will line up to the outside of your front row. Row number 2, inside and outside. It's going to be Ryland Dixon in the 62 car. He'll start from position number 3. Turn those numbers around. You've got the 26 car of Sean Stevens. He'll roll off from the 4 starting position. Your 5th starter with Brendan Randall to the outside. Andrew Beecham in car 13. Aston Rodriguez did not start. And Darren Lopman will line up the 36 car from what is going to be that 4th row. Now, I can see that Sean Stevens also has missed the grid. However, if he's able to make it back in time, because he started ahead of Aston Rodriguez, I believe that it is going to score him in 7th position. Now that's big because, remember, top 7 go through to the main event. Our 8th finisher, unfortunately, is going to miss out. So another 15 laps on the board as we get set for what is B main number 2. As our green flag is going to wave, and here we go. Archie Fisher will lead us here in B main number 2. Dixon going to drive it down to the inside, trying to run a big slider line into turn number 3 and 4. Beecham and Burke, they make contact. Oh, Burke into the concrete wall. Burke will only get 1 lap complete. Here goes Brendan Randall, the 93 car. Laughlin in the 36 will go to the inside of Beecham. Beecham tags the back of the 36 car, but where they keep it going. And Beecham in the 13 will work back to position number 3. Brendan Randall trying to take back that 3rd spot away from him. Jason Burke, unfortunately, just completing 1 lap. Hard hit into the concrete wall. So Archie Fisher leads the way here in B main number 1. In fact, sorry, B main number 2. We've just had B main number 1. Fisher, Dixon, Beecham, Randall, and Lofton. That's your top 5. Excuse me. Burke, 6th position. So just like that, we start lap number 6 with Archie Fisher in the 19 car. Working down the front straightaway. 6 down and 9 to go. In your second B main, Dixon in the 62 car. So the BMS, the Bailey Motorsports cars, riding 1 and 2 for the moment here in B main number 2. Beecham back there to position 3. Brendan Rennell for the JSI Sim Sports team. Darren Lofton in the 36, and of course Jason Burke, unfortunately back in the virtual pit area. So closing in right now on your race leader is 62 car of Ryland Dixon. Just as I say that, last lap time by Archie Fisher was nearly a tenth quicker. 13.671. Now he's actually starting to drive away from him, from Ryland Dixon, with a 13.798 that time by. On screen is Dixon. There is Andrew Beecham. And the 13 entry now with 2/3 of your second and final B main, final preliminary race of the evening. For JSI Sim Sport, your Sprint Car Series Money Night number 2. Randall looking to close in the 93 car. In fact, Randall's getting closed in by Darren Lofton. Only 3 to go here in the second and final B main. It's Archie Fisher leading the way. From Dixon, 2 to run as they work down into turns number 1 and 2. Dixon was a little bit quicker last lap time by with a 13.845. Archie Fisher with a 13.888. He'll see the white flag. Half a mile to go. There was 1/1000th of a second separating the driver's lap time. 13.732 and a 13.733 off for turn number 4. It's not going to matter right now because your winner is Archie Fisher. He'll get the job done. Ryland Dixon home in second spot. Beecham will grab third. Brendan Randall, Darren Lofton. Then we go back to Jason Burke in 6th. And I can confirm, just about to bring it up on your screen right now, he's going to be your B main results, your second B main that is. And Sean Stevens is going to transfer, although he did not take to the racetrack. It is confirmed that Sean Stevens will and can start tonight's feature event, as we are now getting set for your pole shuffle. So it's the driver that finished second in heat race number 3 and second in heat race number 2. So I believe we're just going to wait on. Let's have a look to see if we can get who is coming out on the racing surface. So that is Paul Bryan, that's not him. So let's in fact have a look at the results for heat 3 on your screen. So it should be Luke Bowman in the 88. And he's going to take on Kobe Noonan in the 26 car. Unless they're going top 3. But as far as I am aware, they are doing the top 2. So it looks like the 24 car of Noah Bowman is actually going to take on the 7 car of Corey Borden. Alright, here we go. 2 cars enter, 1 advances. 1 will start position number 6, the other will try and move forward. And looks like they're going to pull up here on the front straightaway. Well, in fact, the middle of turn number 1 and 2, there's nowhere near the front straightaway. So Bowman is coming back out. So they'll go around one more time. Now I'm assuming that Bowman didn't have enough fuel in that race car to do the necessary amount of laps, because if he wins, he will advance to the next race, and there is a possibility that he could advance from race 1 to race 5, because that's how many races that we're going to see here tonight. So Bowman in the 88, Borden in the 7 car. 2 laps, they'll need to be side by side at the exit of turn number 4 for race control to deem us a start in this one. So again, if you're joining us here on our social media page, don't forget that like and follow button, or subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're watching on TikTok. Thank you very much for joining us here on Ultimate Dirt TV. So Borden in the 7, Bowman in the 8. Here we go, 2 on the board, 1 will continue on to take on the next person and the next challenger. Green is out, Borden to the inside, drag racing down the back straightaway, side by side. Borden will slide up in front of Bowman. Bowman turns it back underneath him, they go and they make contact now at the start finish line. Bowman will lead lap number 1. He's going to let Borden back to the inside. And I think problems there again for the 88 guy. I don't think he's put enough fuel in. And Corey Borden is going to win. So Luke Bowman will start position number 6. And Corey Borden will stay on the raceway, which will bring out the number 24 car of Noah Bowman. So from one Bowman to the other, Noah has lane choice. He's opting, looks like, to go, well, he's choosing to go to the inside. As green flag is out, race number 2, another 2 laps on the board. Winner will move on to a minimum of the second row as Noah Bowman rim rides the cushion through turn number 1 and 2. Borden going to try and slide it right through the center of 3 and 4. Noah Bowman's got that 24 hooked up and on a dime. White flag is out, 1 to run. He'll work it through turn number 1 and 2 with the JNS Drilling number 7 car. Unfortunately, not going to have enough. He'll work his way through 3 and 4, and Noah Bowman is going to be victorious. So Corey Borden, he will start position number 5. And out rolls the 86 car of Hato Bish to the back straightaway, choosing the inside. It looks like he's going to stay inside. In fact, no, he wants that outside line. Do we have a start? Yes, we do. Green flag is out, and Hato Bish with the advantage down into turn number 1. Keep an eye on Noah Bowman in the 24 car. Here he comes with a run down the back straightaway. He's only got 2 laps to make it happen. He gets the cushion and drives it down the racetrack. White flag is out, 1 lap left to go. Different entry points between Bish and Bowman as they work through turn number 1 and 2. Here goes Bowman to the inside into turn number 3. Slide John for the lead. He catches the cushion, comes down the racetrack. Oh! Hato Bish wins regardless. He crossed the line first. Noah Bowman, gee, talk about making it exciting. Noah Bowman, unfortunately, he's going to bow out. He will start position number 4. And I think it's only right that race control giving Hato Bish the opportunity to get a fresh race car. After the contact from Noah Bowman, he come down the racetrack and he should take on Kobe Noonan in car 26, and that's exactly what he does. So the 26 car coming in field. We'll just have to wait and see where he is going to be in this one. So we're just making sure that... oh, in fact, hang on, we're going for a redo. Well. So not quite. It's going to be a redo. It just depends, Wyatt, what kind of laptop you got. Alright, a restart for race number 3 between Hato Bish and Noah Bowman. Bowman going to slide up. Bish going to turn it back underneath him. Down off turn number 2. Bowman's got it. No, watch. I tell you what, very close to being a dead heat at the entry point into turn 3 and 4. Bowman rides up over the right rear of Hato Bish. And I believe they're going to call that one back once again. Noah Bowman has gone to the pits, and Hato Bish is going to stay on the racing surface. So again, the 26 car of Kobe Noonan is the next car, the next challenger. Whoever wins this one will guarantee themselves a front row starting position, and they will take on Paul Bryan in a best of 3. Green flag is out. Yes, PC is recommended, but you can play it on a laptop. Bish slides up in front of Noonan. Noonan will move the crossover. Hato Bish has got the run down into turn number 1. White flag is out. Noonan to the inside. He forced the door open. Kobe Noonan with a move in 1 and 2. And that's going to elevate him to a front row starting position. Hato Bish. Boy, Hato Bish was very unlucky, but now we'll bring out the drivers that finished 1st and 2nd last week. And these drivers will do battle in a best of 3. Now, Paul Bryan has got he's got lane choice for the 1st and 3rd race. The 3rd race, should we need it. So Bryan is choosing to go to the inside on race number 1. Race number 2, they'll switch lanes. Noonan will go to pole, and Bryan will go to the outside. Green flag is out. We are underway. Bryan and Noonan. Bryan in the 42 car. Noonan in car 26. Into 3 we go for the first of 3 races. Bryan will lead lap number 1 in race number 1. And the man that has been undefeated so far is the 42 car of Paul Bryan. He will take out race number 1. Noonan will come home in 2nd. They'll back it down. They'll switch lanes. Noonan will go to the inside. Bryan will go to the outside. And off turn 4, they'll go race number 2. Should Paul Bryan win this one, well, there's no point for a 3rd race. He'll start on pole. But if Kobe Noonan can hold off and take a win here in race number 2, oh, I don't think race control is going to be too happy about that start. No. Immediately they just back out of the throttle. They didn't get to turns 1 and 2, so both cars have to be side by side. So Noonan needs this one. It is do or die time for the 26 car if he wants to start on pole of tonight's A main event. So again, got to be nice and even as they come off turn number 4, race number 2, and Paul Bryan and Kobe Noonan one more time in race number 2. Gee, Bryan really not giving much room there to the 26 car of Kobe Noonan. But boy, I tell you what, when you got the 42 car hooked up on a dime like he has, there's no need. As he drove around the outside, right through the middle goes Paul Bryan in car 42. Working down the back straight away for the final time, race number 2. There's no need for race number 3 because Paul Bryan will win tonight's pole shuffle. Kobe Noonan home in 2nd position. He'll start on the outside of the front row. And we know our 6 cars will look like this. Paul Bryan will start on pole to the outside of the front row. It's going to be Kobe Noonan. We'll go through your official starting lineup once we are going through the rest of the results, but we'll continue to go through it as it is. Hato Bish, Noah Bowman will make up row 2. Corey Borden and Luke Bowman will be your 6 cars from our pole shuffle. Now, I believe that these drivers may have a 1 minute warm-up session. So with that being said, we're going to take this opportunity right now. Tyler, you can check out JSI Sim Sports on Facebook. You can join their group. They are the ones doing all the racing. So yeah, they start about an hour ago. They started. But yes, they are. Yeah, just check up JSI Sim Sports or JSI Sim Sports in the iRacing League directory. They are the guys that will be able to help you. We're just a broadcaster, and we don't do it all that often. We actually come out of retirement for this, so big thank you to JSI for allowing us to come back. Again, a big thank you to all their sponsors as well. Of course, JSI Sim Sports, MFD Line Haul, Heavy Fix Truck and Trailer Repairs, S&J Transport, Probe Plus, Wamira Dry Cleaners, Vizzy, Next Level Fishing, and Crawford Designs. You can see all their sponsors rotating up on the top right hand corner of your screen. Good stuff, Tyler. Alright, looks like we are ready, or not too far away from going into our feature event. So we're going to take a quick 30-second commercial break. We'll come back on the other side of this with your 40-lap A-Main event. Well, just like that, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV live across Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. If you're just joining us for the first time, welcome and thank you for joining us here on this Sunday evening, our time. If you are in a different part of the world, it might be a Sunday morning, or it might even be a Sunday night, Sunday lunchtime, whatever it might be. Thank you for joining us here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Again, a big thank you to everybody that is tuned in tonight through our social media channels. Now, just waiting on. In fact, I just need to. Just trying to get a better. Yeah, that looks good. So we're just trying to change the lighting on the place, because it is a little bit dark, but again, we'll see the drivers working and taken to the racetrack here at the virtual Eldora Speedway, the night 2 of the Monday night for the JSI Sim Sports team. Again, a big thank you to the entire JSI crew for allowing us to come back over the past 2 weeks. Of course, last week was night number 1, and tonight, of course, night number 2, so spreading it out over 2 nights. Of course, just a quick recap, your top 3 last week. Paul Bryan got the win from Kobe Noonan in second, and Nash Granger came home in position number 3. So it looks like our drivers are done and dusted for their little hot lap session. The track looks like it is ready to go, and these drivers will make their final adjustments. We'll wait for the checkered flag to come out, and we will go A-Main racing time for 40 laps. 20 miles around the virtual Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio, playing host to the JSI Sim Sports Sprint Car Series. Again, we were talking to Paul last week, and he said he's been undefeated so far in the first 6 races. Can he get beaten tonight? Well, only time will tell. Kobe Noonan has certainly been that driver to challenge the 42 car of Paul Bryan. Can he go one spot better than last week? Well, time will tell, as we are. Now, we're not going to be waiting the full 4.5 minutes. I believe that they are not too far away from rolling it over. And again, of course, we'll bring you all the action live here on Ultimate Dirt TV. So if you do have iRacing and you want to join in on the fun with JSI, check out on Facebook, JSI Sim Sports. Join their group. You can join the league as well. As our checkered flag has just been thrown, so it is now time to go racing. We are going to go through your 26 car field in tonight's A-Main event. Just waiting for the final few seconds to roll over, and there we go. Here we go from front to back. Now, a couple of these drivers might be in the incorrect order, but we know the 42 car of Paul Bryan. He will start on pole to the outside of the front row. It is going to be the 26 car of Kobe Noonan from position number 2. From 3 will be the 86 of Hato Bish to the outside. From 4, it is the 24 car of Noah Bowman. Corey Borton roll off the 7 car from position number 5. So he swapped with Kobe Noonan. From 6 with the 88 car of Luke Bowman. Every other position is in fact going to be intact and all ready to go. So Bailey Hall will start position number 7. From 8 will be the 1 car of Riley Fisher. From position number 9 with the 1F car of Wade Fields. From 10, it's the Q25 of Nash Granger. From position number 11 with the 18 car of Daniel Nickel. From 12, I should say, with the 16 car of Tony Walsh. From 13 with car 21, your B-main winner, your first B-main winner of Neville Olf to the outside. In the 19 car from 14, it is Archie Fisher. From position number 15 with the 21 car of Clayton Wise to the outside. From position number 16 in car 62, that is Rylan Dixon. From position number 17 with the 85 car of Gary Redcliffe to the outside. From 18 in car 13, that is Andrew Beecham. From 19 with Dexter O'Keefe in the 27 car. From 20th with the 93 car of Brendan Randall. From 21 with car number 1 of David Baker to the outside. From 22 in car 36, that is Darren Lothman. From position number 23 with the 44 car, I should say, of Nick Mithen to the outside. From 24 with car 74 of Jason Burke. And row number 13 from the inside and outside. From the inside, from position number 25 in car number 8, that is Ben McKenna. And to the outside in car 26, that is Sean Stevens. Now, the best part of the night. No, there's no I rating requirement. As long as you can hold your car in a straight line. As long as you don't drive like a spud. There is no requirement for these guys. As long as you can hold your line and whatnot. Alright folks, it's that time of the night where every single week for JSI Sim Sports they go 4 wide. Yes, just race clean, and that's all you need to worry about. What a sight to see here at the virtual Eldora Speedway. And whether it's the virtual world or the real world, there is no better sight than a 4 wide salute, whether it's sprint cars, late models, modifieds, it doesn't matter. Speed cars, midgets, speed cars, midgets, they're the same thing. Lightning sprints, they really do it, but it's been done, modified, sedan division, it doesn't matter. As they break away from that traditional 4 wide salute, so big thank you to all the drivers that were able to get around the virtual Eldora Speedway in a 4 wide salute. So just to recap once again, Paul Bryan and Kobe Noonan, that's your front row. We should be getting ready to go 1 to green. That's one thing I forgot to do, was the 24 car timers. I should have had 26, but I completely forgot all about it last week. But anyhow, here we go. I'll work down the back straight away. Lights all around on your iRacing.com page. Trucado Bish, you can see pit next to his name. He's missed the start. And then he's going to move that inside row up all 1 row. No, not going green. They'll bring it back. Brought the lights on just quickly, just making sure that everybody was ready to go. So Bish has got a lot of work to do. We can see Sean Stevens now. He has not made the call. So 24 cars officially are on the racetrack. We'll have our 25th car come out of the pits, which again looks like it's all going to be well and good. A work into turn number 3 and 4. Night number 2 of the JSI Sim Sports Sprint Car Series. It's the Monday night. Let's get naughty for 40. We're green flag racing here at the virtual Eldora Speedway. And Paul Bryan will lead him through turn number 1 and 2. Look at Noah Bowman to the outside of the 7 car of Corey Borden as they work into 3 and 4 for the first of 40 times around Eldora Speedway. Here goes Bailey Hall to the inside. Oh, look at the 88 car. That's Luke Bowman, I believe it is. He'll go upside down. We'll go yellow. And Haydo Bish, well, looks like he's not going to come out onto the racetrack just yet. He may be only able to come out under yellow flag conditions. So we'll keep an eye on the 86, whether he does come out. But, boy, I tell you what, Luke Bowman. Take a look at the instant replay here. So keep an eye on the 88. 3 wide off turn 4. And, well, just running out of real estate. Just a couple of guys going for the same spot. And unfortunately, Bowman goes back to the pits. So one Bowman out. Another one survives. And that's Noah Bowman in the 24 car. Bish still back in the pits. So what does Kobe Noonan have this week for the 42 car of Paul Bryan? Time will tell. So lights still on the safety car. So we're probably coming to 1 to green right now. Let's have a look and see if the lights do turn off on our iRacing.com official pace truck. That they do, so that means we are ready for a start, and a single file restart is upon us. So 2 down and 38 to go. Coming back to green with the 42 car, the Men Up Sim Sports number 42 car of Paul Bryan. Speed Factory on the side of the front wing as we'll go racing once again here at Eldora Speedway. And you don't want to give the 42 car any chance to get away. Meanwhile, Noah Bowman in car number 24 is finding himself in 3rd position. In fact, he's been scored a lap down, so not sure what's going on there with the 24 car. Why he's actually been scored a lap down. There we go. Now it fixes itself up. So maybe iRacing or our timing screen just having a little bit of a complication there. But we are yellow once again. Looks like Nash Granger in the 25 car. Let's see what happened here. We're going back to the restart. So I can only assume some sort of wheel or steering wheel or some sort of issue on that 25 car. Just trying to get into the pits, but unfortunately just hit the infield, the barriers there, and brought us back to yellow. And a big thank you to that is everyone tuning in on our social media pages, whether you're watching live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, or our newest audience of TikTok. We thank you so much. So quickly run down your restart order, and it still shows. Well, no, now he's been given I believe he's been given a waiver, and he should be coming back up to the third spot. That's Noah Bowman in the 24 car. You'll see him coming to the bottom of your screen here in a moment. There he is. Yeah, unsure why that was actually a timing and scoring issue, but nonetheless, lights are out. That indeed they are. Bryan, Noonan and Bowman. Hall and Borden, that's your top 5. We'll come back to green off for turn number 4. And well, Paul Bryan changing the restarts up just like what he did last week. He'd go early, he'd go late, and he'd really change them up and catching everybody off guard. Trying to catch everybody off guard is that NBR Noah Bowman Racing Indy Race Parts number 24 car. He's trying to work it and trying to catch up. He's working to the top through 1 and 2. He did the same through 3 and 4, running right through the cushion. Right through the cushion there as here comes Bailey Hall in car number 38. You can really start to see that 24 car bouncing right on the cushion through 3 and 4. And just like that, we've completed 6 already of 40. So 34, they'll make it 33 to go. Noonan Still trying to catch up to your race leader, but just as that happens, just as we're about to go back and watch Nickel and Fields, we are yellow. I believe we could be looking at a 44 car here of Nick Method, I believe. Oh no, Roland Dixon in the 62 car, that is. Watch the Bailey Motorsports number 62 car. Oh, he had nowhere to go. Clayton Wise and Corey Borden, that was. Borden through the middle, and Wise just slid up into the side of him, and Roland Dixon had nowhere to go. Gary Redcliffe got involved in that one, so Nick Method. I tell you what, the 44 car done well to miss all that. As did Jason Burke in the 74 car. So you see a bunch of cars already back in the pits. What am I reacting to, bro? What am I reacting to? If you want me to watch one of your YouTube videos, I will do it off stream. It's as simple as that. And we're back racing off for turn number 4. Brian once again leading the field from Kobe Noonan in second, Bowman Hall. And how about Riley Fisher moved his way to position number 5. So Riley Fisher moving up through the field as well. Certainly making a name for himself in the number 1 car. Fields. Then you go back to Tony Walsh will slide up in front of Fields. Fields will cut it back down the racetrack on the exit of turn number 4. He gets back to what is position number 6. Walsh will go back to 7th position. Here comes Neville Wolf in the 21 car. Remember, Wolf had to run the B main after missing the heat race. You see drivers going right through the middle. Some of the drivers still trying to work it right up on the cushion through 1 and 2. Here goes Beecham in the 13 car it is. So Beecham gets by Daniel Nickel. Beecham moves to 9th. Nickel will get relegated back to 10th position. Meanwhile, challenge for second is looming as we are yellow. G second, third and fourth. Kobe Noonan, Noah Bowman and Bailey Hall. Oh, there you take. Your local sprints got cancelled, so you're watching this. Hey, well, what better time to watch some sprint car racing? I've got a whole bunch of stuff on my social media pages as well. Watch some videos, whether it's iRacing or real world stuff. Check out Ultimate Dirt TV on Facebook and YouTube. So we're 12 in to our 40 lap feature event, 28 to go. When are you racing next week at Adelaide? Ouch, 47 cars lined up in the rain, unlucky. We actually got cancelled on the weekend as well. Green flag is back out. So watching Bowman in the 24 car. Can he close in on Kobe Noonan in car number 26? What has Bailey Hall got? How about Fisher? Can Fisher move into 4th position? He does. He makes the challenge for 4th position, but we'll go yellow. Tyler, they will not. Well, this is their league race on Sunday nights. They may put up hosted races, although I think some of the boys are going to watch some real world sprint cars from Tolma. So I think that's what's on their agenda. But I know they do races during the week as well. But yeah, just check out. Oh, thank you. Just check out JSI Sim Sports, and there'll be a link to their Discord if you want to jump in the Discord. All the boys will get you sorted out. Ah, you're in Mount Gambier. I've been to Mount Gambier several times and commentated there. A wonderful track. James Rice is a legend. So we're down to 16. Neville off in the 21 car. Here's our latest casualty. We'll go back to green flag off turn number 4, and here we go. 14 down, 26 to go. I was actually going to watch them out too. Noonan, geez, he's going to have, well, I'd say a mirror full of the 24 car, but I don't know these guys. They've got no mirrors in their race cars at the moment. Here goes Bowman down to the inside. Challenge for the runner-up position. Noonan, he'll sweep back around the outside. Oh, Bowman. So Bowman unsure if he was going to be clear again, running no mirrors here tonight for JSI Sim Sports. Bowman with a big slide job into turn number 1 and 2 again. This time catches the concrete just after catching the cushion. Noonan goes back to the runner-up position. Here comes Bailey Hall, watching this 2 car, watching second and third, fighting out for positions. And here comes Hall down to the inside on Bowman into turns 1 and 2. Bowman will hold on to position number 3, but every lap that 24 car just looks a little sketchy right now, catching the cushion. And it is getting very tricky and treacherous to run all the way around up on the top side of the raceway. May have to adjust his line on the entry into turns 1 and 3 to try and keep that car straight from bouncing. Here he goes, Bowman down to the inside, slide job on Noonan one more time. He catches a cushion, now trying to drive away from coming in, and he does so. Bowman gets away from Noonan. Noonan comes back and he slides up right across the nose of the 24 car. Here comes Bailey Hall in the 38 car. Hall trying to go for the minor placings right now. They'll go to, oh boy, contact. Left rear to right front. Hall somehow kept it going. He'll lose one spot to Riley Fisher. Very close quarter racing here at the Eldora Speedway. Watching Noonan and Bowman. Bowman sweeping back around the outside once again on Kobe Noonan. But the gap between first and second, as we've just crossed halfway, or past halfway, is 2.5 seconds. And although the last lap time by Noah Bowman, a 14.386 to Paul Bryan's 14.534. And just as that's happened, we have a yellow. So that 2.5 second lead has now been taken away from Paul Bryan. How about Bowman, Noonan and Hall? There you go, Adelaide 500. See Kai Allen, a good family friend. No, nice job. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. A big thank you to everyone that is tuning in here to Ultimate TV on our social media pages. And look, I got to say, this is I haven't really done TikTok before. I'm a massive boomer right here. I'll be the first to admit it. When it comes to streaming, I've always been a Facebook, a YouTube, a Twitch kind of guy. You know, it's only that I decided recently to jump over to the TikTok side of things. So this is actually, I think, my second iRacing live stream on TikTok, maybe a third. Actually, I think I did a Pro Series race actually, or a qualifier actually. All right, here we go. 2.5 second lead is back down to absolutely nothing. We'll go racing. Paul Bryan from Noah Bowman, Kobe Noonan. That's a restart of your top 3. Riley Fisher and Bailey Hall That's your top 5. What has Bailey Hall got for Fisher? Although Fisher using the cut down line off turn number 4, and again they get right back to the cushion in turn number 1 and 2. Brian opening back up to 6/10 of a second lead, 14.398 to 14.470. So these two cars out in front are certainly the two quickest cars on the racing surface here at Eldora Speedway. Problems for Noonan. Gee, that could have got very ugly for the 26 car of Kobe Noonan. Remember, he finished second in last week's feature event. He was trying to go one, but he's not trying to go one worse tonight. But at this stage, you'll have to settle for third position. Should anything happen to the top 2, you know Kobe Noonan is going to be right there waiting for a mistake. But whether that happens or not, here comes Bailey Hall. Now with a move on Riley Fisher down into turn number 1 and 2. Fisher's got the run on the outside. Hall still trying to make it work on the inside. They'll come to 12th to run at the start-finish line. Bailey Hall getting it all sorts of crossed up there in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Fields and Archie Fisher for 6th and 7th with Andrew Beecham in 8th position. Good battle right there. Keeping an eye on what is going to be the gap between 1st and 2nd. See whether that changes or not. Yeah, they are absolutely ripping around the Eldora Speedway. Archie Fisher in the 19 car trying to catch up to the 1F entry of Wade Fields. Here comes Beecham trying to move by Archie Fisher. They'll come with 10 and about to make it 9 to run. Paul Bryan absolutely spanking the field here tonight. Redcliffe, the lap car, already been put a lap down there by Paul Bryan. He'll get passed there by the 24 car of Noah Bowman as he works it through 1 and 2. 7.5 remaining. He's got the full back straightaway lead. It's a 1.4 second lead for Paul Bryan in the 42 car. And the longer this race goes on, the better that the 42 car is going. And you swap those numbers around, of course. Noah Bowman in second in the 24 car. Kobe Noonan in third position will come up to the outside of the 85 car of Gary Redcliffe. And then Riley Fisher. Here he is, not going away in the number 1 car. Fisher trying to make a move for a podium position. Comes up to the back of the 26 car of Kobe Noonan. We'll see 5 to run. Noonan making a mistake almost there on the exit of turn 4. Caught the cushion. Here goes Fisher trying to drive it down the racetrack on the exit of turn number 2. Will he pull the trigger and go for the slide job? Yes, he does. Slide job for third. Right across the nose goes Fisher. Here goes Noonan back to the inside at the line. Third place, give it to Riley Fisher. Noonan will come back at Fisher in turn number 1 off for turn number 2. Fisher goes back to the inside and now will reclaim third position. Now starting to drive away from Kobe Noonan. There's just 2.5 to go for your race leader of Paul Bryan. He'll work it down through turn number 3 and 4. He is in heavy lap traffic. 2 to run for the 42 car. And he has got a 2.233 second lead over Noah Bowman. Into 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. We'll see the white flag. 1 lap left to go here at Eldora Speedway. He's got 6 for 6. He's looking to make it 7 for 7 here through 1 and 2. Back straight away for the final time into turn number 3. Off for turn number 4. Your champion of the night and the money night. The money champion. It is Paul Bryan. He gets the win. Second will go to Noah Bowman. Third of the line is going to be Riley Fisher. We'll chat to those 3 drivers here in just a few moments' time as the fireworks go off. And boy, what a race. Unbelievable from the 42 car of Paul Bryan. And he makes it another victory. Let's look at your official results. So just to confirm, Paul Bryan confirmed your JSI Racing Sprint Car Money Night champion as he makes it 2 for 2 on the night. Second will go to Noah Bowman. Third will be Riley Fisher. We'll chat to those 3 drivers in a few moments' time. Kobe Noonan in 4th. Bailey Hall rounds out your top 5. Archie Fisher in 6th. Wade Fields in 7th. Andrew Beecham 8th. Daniel Nickel in ninth. The first car to be a lap down, David Baker, rounds out your top 10. We'll go over the page. 11th through to 20th will look like this. Tony Walsh in 11th, Brendan Randall in 12th, Ben McKenna 13th, 14th Darren Lofton. Gary Redcliffe makes up your 15 cars that finished on, I won't say the lead lap, but one lap down. And the rest of the cars, unfortunately, 16th on back, unfortunately did not finish. There's Jason Burcombe in 16th. 17th was Neville Olf, Dexter O'Keefe, Rylan Dixon and Corey Borden round out your top 20. Clayton Wise in 21st, Nick Mithun, Luke Bowman, Nash Granger and Hato Bish are your 25 drivers that took to the racetrack. Unfortunately, Sean Stevens make that 24 cars because Hato Bish didn't actually start there and Sean Stevens was a non-starter also. But there we go. Our top 3 we'll have here in just a few moments time. We're just waiting on those drivers to make their way in to the T-Speak, and then of course we'll have a chat with our top 3. So just while we wait for Paul Bryan, Noah Bowman and Riley Fisher to make their way into where they need to be, we will chat with those 3 guys as we are just going to... Alright, so we're going to move him here. We're going to move him here. So that's first and second. And who are we waiting on? We are waiting on Riley Fisher. So we'll wait for Riley to get into where he needs to go. And then of course we will start with third place first off. You know what, let's go... let's do it differently tonight. Let's go first and second. Alright, home in first place tonight. Just make sure that he hadn't joined. Nope. Alright, here we go. Home in first place tonight is the 42 car of Paul Bryan. And Paul, well, you make it now, what, 7 for 7 and still undefeated, buddy?
Thanks, mate. Yeah, it's that was, it all went to plan tonight, so it's good when you have those nights.
Now, this week was open setups, correct?
It was open setups this week, mate. Yeah.
Okay. I could have swore last week I seen in the info part that it was open setups, but I know tonight was definitely open setups, and I did want to clarify that tonight. But boy, I tell you what, this 42 car, right from when you rolled it out of the virtual trailer, it was just hooked up. It was fast, ready to go.
Yeah, it was perfect all night on rails, mate. Just had to do my part and hold on to it, and it was definitely. It was a nice car to drive tonight. So Eldora has always been one of my stronger tracks, so that worked well.
From the heats to the pole shuffle to the A main, was there many adjustments on that race car? Or were you just sort of loading in, what has previously worked?
Not much at all, to be honest. No, I put a feature set in for the feature, but for quali and the heat, I ran the exact same set, and then just tightened it up a smidgen to handle the slick in the feature, mate. But yeah, it was just 1 or 2 clicks and off I went. So no, you didn't have to throw too much at it. And around here, it's just about keeping your right rear up the top there half the time, and if you can do that, yeah, you're halfway there.
Yeah, well, Paul, congratulations on the win, and congratulations on keeping the undefeated streak alive. No doubt a lot of people you want to thank on this race car.
Just all the boys at Man Up Sim Racing, mate. Speed Factory for the sets, NBS 3D printing, JSI for putting on the league, and you for doing the broadcast, mate. Thank you.
Paul, well done on the victory, mate. Go and celebrate with the team.
Thanks, buddy.
There we go, Paul Bryan, your winner here tonight from the virtual Eldora Speedway. The rookie, you got to get to a GT3. All right, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the call. All right, here we go. Second place tonight in car number 24. It is Noah Bowman. And Noah, boy, I tell you what, this 24 car just trying to work out the bumps, and it just looked like it was pretty much on a bicycle all night long. You must be happy with the second place.
Yeah, kind of made some mistakes in the dash and kind of looked at the track and knew it was going to be up on the cushion. It was just whether we could hang on to it or not. Kind of just felt like a unguided rocket ship. It was fast, but it was hard to get a hold of. So we'll go to work and try to be better next time. Paul ran a great race. He did a good job. So good win to him.
trying to put 10, 20 laps consistently on a track like Eldora when the cushion gets this tricky and the track gets this slick. How tough is it to do it for 40 laps, trying to minimize those mistakes?
It's very demanding. When the cushion builds up like that, you don't really know. You kind of get tight in it, but you don't want to pull your wing back because you'll get too tight and bicycle over. So it's kind of just a balancing act and just trying to get the car balanced with the surface as best as you can.
Yeah, I guess late in the race when it got a lot slicker than what it was at the start of the night, did you have to change your adjustment on the entry points?
It just you kind of mash the gas and steer left because the heat races it's just hammer down. You kind of just hold your foot down and kind of tuck in line. But the feature, once it gets slick, you can kind of lift on entry. Once you're able to lift on entry, that's when you can start passing cars and people start making mistakes and you can make good runs. So yeah.
Well, mate, you certainly made it exciting for everybody else around you, especially in that number 24 car. Noel, congratulations on second place. Before we let you get out of here, any sponsors, any people you'd like to thank on this race car?
Like to thank Wade Fields and Keith Bradley at Indy Race Parts Esports, Brendan Rogers at Red Driver Marketing Solutions, you for putting on the broadcast, everyone that puts on the league. This is my first time running the league, so just because time was able to fit tonight, so.
All right, Noel, well done on second place. Go and celebrate with the team.
Thank you.
There we go, guys. Noel Bowman home in position number 2. We don't have our third place finisher on Riley Fisher, so that will wrap up tonight's broadcast. Again, a big thank you to, of course, the guys at JSI Sim Sports and all their sponsors that help put this on, not only tonight, but of course throughout their series. Again, big thank you to JSI Sim Sports, MFD Line Haul, Heavy Fix Truck and Trailer Repairs, SNJ Transport, Pro Plus, Wilmira Dry Cleaners, Vizzy, Next Level Fishing, and Crawford Designs. Without their support, none of this would be possible. And a big thank you to, of course, Jason Crawford and Jason Burke for allowing myself to come back for a special 2-night deal. Of course, night 1 of the Monday night last Sunday night. You can catch all that action live on our social media pages as well. You can catch all the replay, I should say. And of course, night number 2 was tonight. So a big thank you to the entire JSI Sim Sports team for allowing me back once again. But that'll do it for us here on Ultimate Dirt Event. Until next time, this is Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night.